I go la 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 la.
In Orange Esports now back on the side. There we go, valid.
Okay.
Your team
Very interesting
is picking.
I'm actually okay with this. I'm surprised that none of this team went for Tamus.
As their first pick?
Yeah, either that or you first face Tamus, right?
I feel like you kind of need to have like a couple of flex picks before you decide the Thamos, because Thamos you just want to have a dominant lane no matter what. And I think if you go up against a Sicilian, it's like, well, why did I pick Thamos for? Because that's just Carmilla.
Carmilla, yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, what's the point? What am I doing here? Jawhead Rock, right?
Jawhead
They're
Rock.
following the exact same pattern as last
Your
time.
team
I have
is
no issues
picking.
with that. However, Kufra is on the table. I think Orange Esports needs to pick it up right here.
Yeah, it's either Kufra or the Hylos. I still think these two picks will be, these two heroes will be the two picks that Orange Esports should look at and lock in one of them. I would personally prefer the Kufra slightly more, simply because there's a Jawhead and a Grog. But I think Hylos is still okay, because Hylos is one of those heroes where you can just invade the enemy backline and render this Grog useless because Grog needs his team. But Export and Thamos will be locked in.
Okay, let's see what else they go for here. I'm expecting them to follow something very similar to what EVOS was trying to do. Either that or they've been playing a lot of Magic Chess and they're like, you know what, Infernals! let's do that!
Why not? There's three Infernals right there. What else? What else do we have?
What else do we have that is Infernals?
Your team
They took
is
away Jawhead,
banning.
so that's a little unfortunate. But
I think Axis can easily beat that draft with Aurora. You know, just extinguish the flames.
Play a defensive style. Play a more defensive style. Look to rotate faster. I don't know. I feel like Carmilla is not too bad of a pick for Axis. So Orange, if they don't want to deal with it, just get rid of it, right? Oh, but they want to get rid of the Diggy instead, but they don't have first pick on red side.
I don't know. I was banking on Orange Esports picking the Diggy, simply because of the possibility of Axis Esports going for Carmilla. But I guess that's out of the window right now.
I guess this is not going to be a Carmilla game then. I mean, they could go for Carmilla for Orange Esports. Like, that would be a game changer, because you have Carmilla, you basically win a good 40% of your team fights, like, hands down. To push it to 50 is going to be dependent on the players, but I don't know. Both of these drafts are looking real interesting.
Yeah, I think Axis Esports might be smiling from cheek to cheek because they see the Diggy being bad. This opens up almost everything. Yeah, Axis Esports, they are really happy right now. So either Orange Esports stopped themselves in the toe, or they've created a situation where they force Axis Esports into being confident, and then they answer it with their draft.
Maybe. I just want to run this by you, right? Is by any chance Orange Esports trying to pull off a 10-second gaming where they, from M1, the Japanese representatives, where they use the export as their marksman? But never mind, throw that. Oh, sorry, their main mage. Was it their main mage or their marksman? I can't remember which one it was.
They went for export tank because they were playing like baxia and gatotkacha.
Yeah, they did export tank, and then they made export like full carry export, right?
Yeah, that's the marksman. They basically substitute the marksman with the export.
Yeah, they didn't do it here. Orange didn't do it here though, but I think he needs to kind of fulfill that same position where he has damage. I don't know. This is some theory crafting. A lot of theory crafting here. We'll get more into it when we get into the game. But Axis Esports, I think their lineup is very solid. Orange Esports, on the other hand, it's going to require them a little bit of coordination because a lot of their abilities not only help push waves and make plays, but making the play itself, if it's defended properly by Axis, could be catastrophic.
Yeah, in Orange Esports, you look at the spells that they took for the heroes. There's only one flame shot for Valor, but more importantly or more strikingly is the 4 flicker. And 4 flicker, if you look at the abundance of flicker, it instantly occurs to you that hey, this is what Holdup did previously as well with their playstyle. It synergizes well with their playstyle. A 10-second gaming plus, they put the export on that. To replace the marksman, even though right now they have a Bruno, I think Orange can still do the same thing, where you just build a full damage, right?
To Mlbb Legends.
The Bloodlust Axe, BOD.
BOD,
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Maybe get Hunter's
them.
mark, maybe, I guess, but
All troops deployed.
does he want that? I think he can go for like a second BOD if he wanted to. Well, but that's just purely items. I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let's look at the way that they opened up here. Thamos as well as Valier going to the top side.
Oh, here we go,
It's a
Aaron.
hard read. They hard read it. They knew they were going to the top side. They will punish this. Chakbu is going to be the first one to go down. And Aaron is going to be the second one potentially, but I think Evil X has to back away from this.
Yeah, they had the Rafaela there as well. Last was ready, so no way you're running away if you don't have flicker or if you don't have any more mobility. So the first one going away, Chakbu flame shot used as well, but not able to get out. So unfortunate for Orange Esports, but not too much of a loss. I think losing that Valor that early on is kind of okay, since his start is always slower than it is.
Yeah, but he is playing the mid-mage role this time.
Yeah,
right?
I think he is. But
Or is he just making sure that Thamos... Yeah, he's just supporting Thamos. He's not going as a mid-mage. He's making sure that Bruno gets as much farm as he can while keeping Thamos alive using exploits. So they're basically playing a 1-3-1 call.
they can actually dive to this game, hit level 12. That camp got reset, so slightly unlucky.
I felt really bad for that. I was like, ooh.
He's gonna hit level 4 regardless. So he was like a one tick away from level 4, so it didn't really matter too much. But I feel like Orange Esports with this particular move, I think they're trying to force things a bit too hard, but we'll see. Flames are coming out. All members from Orange Esports going to dive on the two last. They get kicked back by that Bruno. We pull back. Great maneuver from the Aaron to utilize that dive, and that will be a double kill for the Bruno.
I felt like I just heard like Orange Esports' Mal just being like, oh, Silo is like, you hungry boy? You want some more? Get another one. Here's another one. Evil X is placed on a platter for him, but luckily the Flicker is able to save it this time. But look at Mal. He is huge. 2 kills already on a very early-oriented hero who scales later into the game. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, that retraction of the side is one of those moments where your whole team just go, ooh, while you feed the kills to the carry.
Oh boy, Mal must be the happiest boy right now.
It's like, oh my god, Aaron did us on me.
Yeah. And now Axis Esports, on the other hand, getting a very good trade onto Silo. And that's kind of the beauty of Drawhead right now, where he can finally go toe-to-toe, get some of the stronger offlaners, like, you know, the Thamos. Even though it's still pretty bad, it's not as bad as you can get. Oh no, Chakbu again is caught out one more time. He's slowed a little bit too long, but he cannot try anything because he just doesn't have the spells to get
Turtle
out.
resurrecting
Yeah, I mean, if you're running a draft like Orange Esports, you cannot just put your mage right in front with no one to protect him at all. I think the best insurance that they have is probably the chou. The flame shot almost connects onto Mom, so luckily for this show he will survive that, but Kaiser X is just having a lot of fun, forcing the last sandy. No Firaga armor for Silo.
What? Oh, I guess he didn't want to get ejected backwards and then get run down. Well, he doesn't have the Firaga, so he might as well just break the Firaga armor early. Okay, I understand what's going on there. I was like, very interesting alt there. Yeah, something's up.
We needed to create distance.
We need to create a layout.
I think if we allow that Firaga armor to be broken,
he
would have died because Kaiser had that ultimate, but we'll see if Mom can do anything. The eject actually misses, so it gives Mom where the dragon kicks it back, but is there follow-up though? I don't think there is. They just want to zone on the Jawhead to secure that bottom tier 1.
Yeah, I think there is a little bit of miscommunications coming in from Orange Esports right now. I mean, okay,
That's
put this
good,
forward. Okay. That's some big boy energy right there.
But he defended the tier 1 though.
Wow. Wow, okay, sure. And now they continue to push forward. They're moving on to steal, may potentially steal this blue buff. Mom is by himself. He still has third hit should roll. He's gonna get out of there.
I actually like what they're doing, and he flickers away. Then let's try to chase onto him. No, last sanity comes down. Silo a bit isolated. Eject on unstoppable force. They follow up. Axis Esports, they claim 2 hits at once. And Orange Esports, they're not gonna be able to do anything else. They will lose that tier 1 for sure this time.
Yo, I hate watching this. I'm gonna admit it here. I hate because both teams don't seem like they want to commit to something here. Like Orange Esports is getting punished so much here, and Axis Esports, they're basically waiting for Orange to make these mistakes. Like Orange isn't really committed to anything. Honestly, they're playing the hokey pokey. They're sticking their right foot in, they're sticking their right foot out, and then they turn around and they're like, come on, like commit to something here.
Yeah, Aaron's gonna get dove on again, and he's not gonna make this out. And it feels like Orange Esports have a glass of hot water in front of them, and they're just sticking their finger in. Like, is this cold enough? Is it warm enough? Do we want to commit? I don't want to say that these two teams don't know what they're doing, but it just looks so clowny that it's almost hilarious at some points where Orange Esports, you're not supposed to make this kind of mistake.
Yeah, personally, I think it has to be a communication because everyone seems to be on a different page. Oh, Mal's gonna get punished. He doesn't have the slide tackle. Wait, he's actually cutting it out pretty well. He's away the dragon. Oh my goodness, Kaiser X dies instantaneously and Mal keeps himself alive. My god, the chain CC coming in from Orange Esports was perfect. I guess they heard our comment.
And they're gonna go for more. Lashley tries to make it out, and not gonna be able to survive. Gets that kill, but Kimi secures the kill onto the Tamu, so 2 for 1. Say a mother's love is definitely the strongest force in the world. So Mom saving that Bruno for now, but
resurrecting soon.
they're not out of the woods just yet. And I think Orange Esports still has a lot to fix in a span for 5 to 10 minutes because they don't have much in this series.
Yeah, so at least the goal is even. I think what we can say for sure is that Orange Esports can fight. When they see an opportunity, they will absolutely take it. And it's kind of on Axis to play defensively until Orange Esports, because of the inexperience of some of their players, getting caught out, making some odd decisions, and they just instantly punish it.
Yeah, and this is where the pressure is on Sayo's shoulder because he is the veteran, he is the leader, and he needs to lead this team to beat Axis Esports, who are trying to make a really big statement. So, and you can see that the clear dysfunctional moves that they made and led to them being punished. Sayo has a lot on his plate, and they're gonna lose Mom to this as well. So unfortunate right there. And Kaiser X finds the eject. They will lose Aaron. So 2 more kills to Axis Esports.
Okay, so I can understand why Mom died. I cannot understand why Aaron decided to join him. I can understand because Mom was buying some time for the rest of his team to say, hey, you can potentially take this guy out. If we sacrifice 1 for 1, even though we were slightly behind, we're doing a really good job here. Good decision being made. If they don't get the kill, whatever. You lose 1 person, 1,000 goal difference. Not too big of a deal until Aaron is like, we need to get this kill.
Yeah, and if you run 4 Flicker, you have to keep in mind that it's one of the most valuable spells that you have, but you have to make it count. You have to get kills whenever it's online. They're not using it in the way that it should be. Mando's gonna commit with that ultimate immediately. Where's the follow-up? There we go! Last is standing. They find a kill onto Rafaela. Silo flickers out. This is what they should be doing.
Yeah, really nicely done. Mom was trying to make a play. They follow up with the play, and I can say this was flawlessly done. However, Axis was ready for it. They all of their cores pulled back. The backline did not want to deal with the damage that Silo can actually pump out. This allowed Aaron to get a huge push up in the top lane, and they're going to buy time.
Yeah, and this is what they should have been doing a couple of minutes ago, but as of now,
Smart Missile, yes!
Smart Missile connect onto Aaron, and now Aaron forced to go toe-to-toe with Kaiser X. Kaiser's going to use that emo, a bit of taunt, and toss him back into the bullet, and godlike. For the Kimi with the maximum charge, and actually Esports feeling really confident right now.
Yeah, I mean, Kaiser X was just so confident that he wasn't going to die. It's like, I'm not going to use my ejector just yet. Like, I'm going to give this kill over. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to give it to you. Kimi, come on over here.
Toss it into the Death Sonata. I mean, that was perfect.
To the maximum impact, yeah. Oh boy. Let's see how they want to play this out from here. As Orange Esports needs to play a little bit more defensively because they're starting to lose quite a big lead here. 5K it's big, but not so much till it's impossible to come back.
And this is where the fresher, the newer players of Orange Esports side have to not let this get into their head. Sure, the emos can come out. Sayo needs to take command of the situation right now, because if not, Axis Esports can just punish them, and Aaron might be the first target, instantly taken down by the Kimi. Legendary win for Axis Esports.
Yeah, so far the experience has showed up. A lot of the smaller mistakes made by Orange Esports was just being impatient, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. You can see a lot of them don't have that experience just yet. I think they are really good at fighting and coordinating their fights when they, all are on the same page. But besides that, I think Axis right now, they're winning just sheerly off of experience. They're not making crazy plays. All they're doing is playing defensively and scaling.
Yeah, something must have switched off for Orange Esports, because this just feels completely different from the team that was playing game 1. And they won't have the opportunity to do that anymore because of the big deficit that they have right now. Axis Esports going to push that inhibitor turret immediately. Mom trying to make something happen. Best ejected backwards. We'll see if they can make something else again. Another flicker. They found the Kimmy, but they didn't kill him off immediately. Last stand, it comes inside and will get the kill. No, it goes over to Bruno, but it's still something that Orange Esports can hold on to. Can they get more though? Aaron in the fray. Even can take it down. What a knockdown from Mom! And this is Orange Esports' chance to turn this around. Triple kill for Mom. Can he go follow? One last ball. He scores the goal. He gets the maniac. And Orange Esports will get the team wipe.
As I said, these guys can fight. They are very capable, and they peeled off from Mao so well. Like, nobody could get on top of this Bruno. He's 7-1. He's an absolute monster. Look, he's doing 1.7k worth of crit damage per kick potentially.
Yeah, and Mom was definitely the MVP in that fight. Doesn't coordinate with his team, goes straight in with that flicker. You can see that he was so confident. Catches out the Kimi. Facing more Silo, the captain, great experience, follows up. Bruno, Mao was just completely protected, and Aaron as well survived for longer than he should have.
Just check, look at Mao, yeah. He's just getting free hits, next one, another one,
and Mao survived.
Ah, what a beast. What an absolute beast. Looks like Mom is showing up pretty hard here. He is, even though he has failed a couple of times, that has not discouraged him from, again, trying to look for the way of the dragon.
And this is why when you take Flicker, these are the plays that you can make, because if you look at Axis Esports side, they only have 2 flickers, and those 2 flickers don't really matter too much because one is on the Grok and the other one is on the Jawhead, whereas for Orange Esports, you can just make all those plays, and Mom is kicking into high gear, pushing Chou to his limits, and now with that first Lord, they can actually look to break at least that inhibitor turret.
Yeah, because honestly, if Mom, he needs to keep on pushing for these advantages, and Mom, he's trying to go for it again. He's trapped, but the backline is in trouble. Silo, they're all trapped. They have to get away. The Guardian's barrier had blocked Mom and Silo's escape route, and now Kaiser X is in the backline. He's gonna try a 1v4.
Oh my God!
Big damage coming in from Axis Esports. They pull away. My God, that one injector was absolutely ridiculous as they push on forward and look to turn this around. It's becoming a much more even game than we first anticipated.
And luckily for Orange Esports, they were able to secure that inhibitor turret, so they even out the structural deficit for themselves. Now both teams, one inhibitor turret gone from the map. But of course, I think they slightly overcommitted a bit. They could have been slightly more patient, because Mom diving like that, the idea was correct, but he was doing it without flicker, so there was no cash potential. Axis Esports punished them with Kaiser S coming in from flanking from behind. Just lucky for Orange Esports that they did not lose Mao, because I think Axis Esports would have went for the juggler if they did.
You have to give it to Evil X. That was really great, really well-timed Nature's Barrier, because it caught him just before he was able to get out, and he pushed it just enough so that once he used the Shunpo, he wasn't able to escape. So that really well done to Evil X here. But right now, Mom needs to, again, even though it was a very ambitious attempt, he needs to make it happen again. He gets Kaiser X this time. He's going to make the same mistake. Last insanity to finish him off, but the rest of the team is going to try and disengage here as Granger is going straight on in. Look, is absolutely ridiculous here.
Fire Stage comes in. Oh no, he pulls in a Kimmy, and Mao will one-shot him. Goes for the second one. I want to go for the third. No, flicker away. Low almost goes down. Has to use the Purify.
Does anybody have a flame shot? Nobody has a flame shot.
One more. Not able to get the kill on this Granger, but now it's a 4 versus 2. Grok and Granger, can they defend against this onslaught from Orange Esports?
Holy cow.
Flicker again. It's Mom's flicker. Bottom way is pushing in though.
They have to end it right here. Somebody has to go back and defend.
Might be a base race. They got go for Evo X. Immediately Evo X. The dash away now. Joy has respawned. Someone has to defend the base. Either that or they close out the game. And Orange Esports, they decide to pull back.
Yeah, they see it happening. It's like, oh, okay, Thamos is coming back up. We can be aggressive again. Woo! Everything's under control. Everything's fine.
It's not time yet.
It's not time yet. We haven't reached that point. But right now, Axis and Orange Esports, they're pushing it to 14 minutes. I should have thought one of the teams would have been able to do it, but they've made some great comebacks here. And a lot of it you have to give credit to Orange's turn to Mom, basically.
Yeah, and Mom, I think, catching out a jaw hit just now was okay, but you have to keep your eyes specifically on the Kimmy, because Kimmy has absolutely no flicker, no purify. You kill him off, the Granger becomes slightly less threatening, because the jaw hit is just a null factor at this point.
Yeah.
The only time you can make a difference if he gets a flank or he managed to eject someone into the team, which I feel like Orange Esports already has that
Lord,
in check.
resurrecting soon.
And I think also that it's much harder for Mom to do. I mean, it's when you're looking at taking out a carry hero, especially for the marksman. Rin in this situation, he has chemical refinement. He has chemical refinement to get back out of there. Okay, he's got flame shot, which has knockback and deals a lot of damage. So he has to time his Shinpo so carefully. His knee's weak, arms are heavy, palms are sweaty, but he still needs to feed Mal that mom's spaghetti if they want to win this. Yeah, you like that?
I actually like that.
That pause was making me really unsettled. Like,
Yes, I
mess
do.
it up?
I was trying to follow up with the rest of it, but hopefully Orange Esports don't lose themselves in this one, since they are getting ready to contest that second Lord. So Silo has to address Kaiser X in the top lane. We have a 4v4 situation for now, and Mom is just going to be the body bag right now. He's going to go on scouting duty. He's going to make sure that Axis Esports don't get the Lord. And it's going to get really intense, but Silo is dealing with this Jawhead, who will preemptively rotate to the rest of his team. And if they see Silo missing, Jawhead is just going to continue pushing in because the wave is crashing.
Can they not find? Can they not find? Can Jawhead not take this mid wave and then either push back top or flank bottom? You know what? Never mind. As the rest of the team pulls down back, Axis Esports again hovering over this Lord. Nobody is getting it, and everybody's too scared to pull the trigger because the main carries can actually come flanking, because getting hit by Last Insanity now is going to hurt more than ever.
Yeah, and keep your eyes on the initiators of Orange Esports again. Particularly Mom, all battle spells are up. 4 flickers on the side of Orange Esports, and if there's anyone who can pull the trigger and make something out of it, it's definitely Orange Esports. Crazy is now not with the team, so Orange Esports, if they identify that, they can actually just jump on someone.
I was wondering what he was doing there. I was like, oh yeah, River Sentinel's a thing now. I keep wondering, I was like, why is he just hovering there at the corner by the river? It makes no sense.
Axis Esports now making the better macro decision. They're going to push in that middle wave to force Orange Esports into a bad position. And we'll see what Axis Esports has to do. The tango at Lord is over. Now they're going to bring the dance towards both the middle and the top lane.
Yeah, and considering how many fights Orange Esports has turned, Axis is, respecting them a lot more now. They're giving them the space that they need to kind of like, they can walk, but they can't walk too far,
In such a good spot, but spotted out by the Rafaela.
That's sad.
Yeah, could have been a pick off, but see, Evo X now, his turn to zone out Orange Esports, but he is overheated by the export. So you gotta be really careful. The true damage is there. Mom trying to go for an engage, but decides against that for now. The team isn't ready.
Yeah, and all the poke because of Rafaela, all the poke really isn't making too much of a difference. Like Mal can get one auto win, and it's not going to matter because Rafaela is just going to heal them back up to full, and then they have to do this process all over again.
And Axis Esports, they identified 3 members of Orange Esports on the map, away from the Lord pit.
Mal?
Actually, that's down the Lord. The Lord actually was resetted, so it gives Orange Esports a bit more space, but you guys going to see Mal. So Mal has to get out of there. Axis Esports now, the majority of the control over Lord.
What do you?
Guess what?
Wait, why did? Wait.
I thought they would.
I thought Mal would have come in a little bit harder onto Evil X there, but I guess not. Okay, that's fine. That's fine here. Top side is a little bit of a scuffle, but Xbox is very nearby to respond to this.
Yeah, I was expecting Axis Esports to fully commit to the Lord after the first reset, because Bruno wasn't in a position and Mom had basically no damage to steal the Lord unless it is that unfortunate.
I just realized they don't have Retribution. Nobody has Retribution in this game, and that's why nobody can actually look to take Lord away safely. This wow.
Game 3, baby!
Game 3!
But Rin getting gone on by side with the Fire Snake. Last Insanity, not dead. Ragama gets busted. He has Immortality though. Aaron as well. 3 Immortalities for Orange Esports. Axis Esports are being pushed back. Silo slowly retreat. Now they're Orange Esports reclaiming territory around the Lord pit, but I feel like, that circus show has not ended. This is the finale.
Yeah, both teams don't want to commit to anything. They're just stacking up items. But honestly, Axis Esports is in prime position to win only because they can out-poke Orange Esports. As long as they keep poking Orange Esports, Lassa is just going to be like, all right, it's going to be 3 heals all day. See, Silo's armor is broken. He's not going to get that back. This is your time.
Yeah, this is where you fully commit to the Lord and not worry about Silo coming in and then doing damage. Orange Esports are actually so far away from the Lord that if Axis Esports caught wind of that, they would just start the objective immediately. But they're just playing a bit too safe. Maybe for their own good, but Aaron now very exposed, has the immortality, but there's no way he can kill off Rin and Kaiser X. combined. He has a flicker to safety, and this is where Orange even pull the trigger. Lesley needs to get out, but Mom is on him, and they kill the ref. Layla, that's one kill for Orange Esports. They lose the downwards, but they might get more evos. Not able to survive that. Has the immortality. The second life will bring him back, but he will be shut down by Mao. And the only thing keeping Access Esports alive is that Jawhead cutting the wave.
Yep, and I think Jawhead right now should run down bot, push that out as quickly as possible. No, he's wasted too much time. He tried to run to the top side of the map. He didn't consider it, and now they're going to lose Lord while he has that push. It's pointless now. The rest of the team of Access Esports, they cannot disrespect Orange Esports Reborn anymore because they're just stronger in terms of their team fight. They find KaiserX!
KaiserX, he tries to assassinate the Bruno. He will be kicked back, found out, but Silo, last daddy. There we go, KaiserX. Down to the grave. Access Esports, they are crumbling. 50 seconds on that Jawhead. But the base, Orange Esports, they made it back in time.
Oh boy. Oh man, that's so unfortunate because right now, the main sources of damage from both sides is coming from their marksman. Ranger is doing an absolute phenomenal job, as well as Kimmy as well, but she has already started to scale up a lot. She is just finishing people off, chunking them out, but now that people have started to develop items that have inbuilt magic resist, like the Athena shield most importantly, that's going to be able to tank so much more damage. You can already see it. Almost already has the Queen's Wings as well as the Athena shield. He's not going to go down super fast, but it's going to be good enough to hold his own.
And this is why Rin went for that Divine Glaive instead. A bit of switch up from the itemization just for slightly more damage. Orange Esports Pro. What? Second Lord, not able to achieve anything from that.
Did nobody want to push? Alright, sure. No
I was surprised no one was pushing bottom lane as well. You at least get something back, but
I think bot will break naturally. I feel like top should have been pushed in a little bit more. I need to see the replay again just to see whether it was doable. But right now, Silo, again, very tanky. He's healing as much as he can. Firaga armor breaks, but no one is there to commit. And now they want to break with those two siege turrets to break this top side.
Silo,
and they do it.
A kid flicker! They found Rin! He wasn't kicked back, and the attack actually stops Mount from doing the pickoff. And he will lose that first fight. But KaiserX! Oh, that is a big goal from Orange Esports and Access Esports. They might lose this off. Mao double kill, might go for more. Orange Esports, they are looking for the juggler. All three lanes pushing in their favor. They are pulling themselves back from the brink of defeat, and they will snatch it away from Access Esports. Orange close out 2-1.
That was a really good series. That